Hey everybody, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is a midday update. This is a pre-watch list video. We have a big watch list coming out for next week, coming out later today. So I'd like to try to get some of the setups here. Just kind of talk about some of the things you might see on this week's watch list. We have some great setups and great profits taken this morning in the oil-based stocks, oil and gas stocks. We've been trading the heck out of them this week and taking a lot of them off this morning. Just take a fast look at the markets. You can see we're kind of extended here. Let me bring these charts over a little bit more so it looks a little bit more organized. But a tremendous day here. I mean, a nice follow through. We're back above 2100. Not seeing too much negativity to kind of, to stop this this move. Of course, it is options expiration, quadruple witching, and things can get a little funky going into this this type of expiration day. But things are looking pretty good. The market seems pretty stable right now. There is, always a concern of news over the weekend that might affect our Monday trade. So I always recommend just kind of following those profits up, taking profits. We have a very strict and methodical way of our entries and our exits, and this kind of keeps the emotions in check, and it keeps us just continue to profit. So we're going to do that in these next setups that you're going to see are setups that haven't triggered yet really, or just beginning the next phase here. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm going to throw a couple of free ones out there and kind of keep you up to date on what I'm looking for later on this video that's going to go out to the members of Day Trading Radio. Again, market here up here, and again, we'll start off with a little pre-market radar, and we can actually look at this as a market radar. The SPX is our main index we're following, and you can see that daily here. It still did not, this was key for us, and this is for the last 3 weeks. I think we were just talking about the daily setup, the daily rotation, and how it performed for the last 7 rotations. And this is going back for over the last 2 years. So it was pretty hard not to believe that we weren't going to get the same reaction. It was the same type of setup, a nice pullback channel, oversold on the daily, and the 60 here was also a key coil here. We broke out of the coil, retested it. Everything worked perfect, and now we're just kind of extended here. We are extended. We're up against this trend line. We're, the fact is that each setup, our buy signals and our sell signals have been working out pretty good. It is extended on the 60. The daily here, we're going to go back to the daily, is still very bullish, and we're very close to taking out the highs here. So we have a good shot of actually taking out those highs. I just, big thing is just to make sure that you're not overly exposed to, the market catching you off guard. So it's just a matter of understanding, hey, we get into a position. The reason we get out of a position is because probably some of the timing features of our trades get extended, and we take those off, and we wait for the next setup to get set up, and we just kind of rinse and repeat over and over again. So that's what we're going to go to right now. Again, I've been tweeting out today all day, so if you're going to follow me on Twitter, it's at DayTradingRadio, DayTradingRadio. And I usually do that on Fridays because I'm behind the scenes. Paul's on the mic, but we're on the air every single day at DayTradingRadio.com, broadcasting live of the markets, and you can actually join us. You get all the alerts and stuff as a premium member, all the setups, all the automatic alerts, and when we do send those out, they get sent out, and they get all. You have a beautiful dashboard you work with. You get all the alerts, and it just keeps everyone as a big team. We have a big team of traders trading in multiple rooms too. But let's get on right now. Let's talk about yesterday. We got into the NOV. Well, we got into a lot of the oil and gas related stocks this week, as we saw these big candles here play out. And this one was a good setup yesterday. We had kind of an inside day, and we're starting to turn back up, and we're starting to get a profit on that. We're going to continue to hold on to that. But you can see the HP took profits on that. That was a beautiful pullback, oversold. And, these still probably have some more upside. So, going into next week, we do get some, smackdown in oil. These things start off a little lower sometimes and then rally back up. These have been showing some great strength, and right now everything's looking pretty good. IBM performed as planned, perfect pullback. It stalled out here a little, but I wasn't really that concerned about it. Our overall target was up in that 64 level. I'm out of all my IBM now just because of the rip we had today, and it's just, we're kind of extended on the 60. We've been embedded at one point we'll make that rotation back down, and we'll reevaluate the setup and maybe get in again. And this is again some of the standard trades that we continue to take. NLSN and sorry about that. And Nielsen here. You can see the reason we get into some of these. This is what we call a channel line bounce, stochastic rotation. And even though you were concentrating on the lower channel line, you could also put that top channel line in here just to kind of keep us in range of this pattern. So you can actually see this move back up even further into this range. It's actually showing strength right now. IBM is continuing to show strength. NOV continues to show strength. I want to drop a couple on you right now. Two best bets going into next week. MAT. It's been a while. It's actually pulled back. I wanted to see that divergence. We got in here, we had a good trade, and then pulled back, and we got in again, and then it pulled back a little further and got a pop. We were kind of break even on that, and then it pulled back a little bit further. Because the overall pattern is that wedge pattern that seemed to show up back here, I only had 100 shares. This was the timing, the lower trend line as the area I really wanted to see hold up. We also have a slight coil in the stochastic, so I did add to the position here. So we doubled down on this, and and I'm talking about in the room today. If we actually start to see this level hold up, and we can actually see a decent candle or something that kind of proves that this looks like a good level, then I would actually double down on this. And I would expect this pattern, which we have a channel line. There's a bigger channel here. This channel line above us. Let's edit that out and maybe put a different color on that so we could see it a little better. Oh, wait a second here. Yeah, not to confuse it with the moving average up here, but we're basically right on this, and there's a little downward channel here, a downward wedge top here, which gives us that wedge appearance. It's similar here, and then we could chop around here and eventually start to move up, and I'd like to see this start to break out and start to move back up into the bigger pattern. So we were going to put this as a target above this, up into that 26 area. So trading around $24. We get above that 24, things are going to look much better if we hold that. And even though that 60-minute time frame is starting to get extended, that we're going through a basing pattern, basing process, which we want to, just kind of keep this stock in focus. And that's why it'll be a focus stock going into next week. As you can see right now, we're inside this bigger pennant formation. And pennants are not my favorite pattern, but it still gives us the opportunity maybe to kind of pop out of this in one way or another. When we zoom out, you can see a better picture of this. So there's your pennant formation there. And one of the cheaper stocks that I would get into, I just like the wedge pattern. Basically, it's a pattern trade. The other one we're going to just share with you right now is the Fastenal. And Fastenal is another good one because it's what we call a channel within a channel. We're in the top part of this minor channel inside of a much bigger channel. And the flag and the pullback here, everything is working out great. It's just going to take a little time. You see the consolidation here? The consolidation here is really key as this pulls back aggressively and almost gets oversold. Probably next week you get a pop out of here and we start to make our way back up into the bigger pattern overall. That's the game plan on this. So we're just looking at that. Again, you're going to probably see a lot more of these type of setups, the HSBC from this past week's watch list. Again, we understand what the channels do, the oversold levels, the buy zones, why we're inside the channel now again. Everything looking good. We're concentrating on some of the REITs. There's a big channel within a channel breakout to the upper part of the channel here on AMT. We've been tracking that one. All these were set up pretty nice, and they continue to push a little bit higher. So it just looks great. The setups are clean. I think it's a money-making market. We're going to continue to bring you the best chart patterns to trade right now. I'm just scanning around on my board here. Let me pause you and give you another one. All right, the last one. That's the triple threat there. I don't normally give these out, but I'll be going into detail on this week's watch list, talking about the targets and stuff. Mondelez here has to be, again, considered one of the better ones here. Lower channel line setup. It's a nice little retracement, a little pullback here underneath the 200 period moving average. We've flagged out like this before. We're in the lower area, just getting oversold. We're already starting to get that bounce off the reversal. We're also getting a little extended, but we have that higher low on the stochastics, tends to give us a bigger trend to the upside. Seems to be just a little flag right now. You can see that on the hourly, and you can probably see that on the 5-minute here. Just kind of flagging out sideways. Not a lot of action. Again, options expirations across the board, quadruple witching. Lots of times those prices will be kind of stuck in a range here, and it's not the best day to look for maybe a lot of action where you want to get the profits. Just understand things are setting up pretty good, and you're going to have all these setups come to you in a few hours. So keep that in mind and enjoy the show. Paul's doing a great job. If you have any questions or comments, you can send an email in at dtrs@daytradingradio.com. There goes Fastenal right now here, FAST here. It's like they could actually hear me, and I'm not even broadcasting live here. But the Fastenal, expecting this here to kind of ramp right back up. And this is, again, I love the setup here on Fastenal. Love the setup on Mondelez. Love the setup on Mattel. Very happy about these three going into next week. Happy to share them with you, but if you want the full list and you want the complete coverage here, jump on board here. We got a great group of traders here at Day Trading Radio. We'll see you in the markets Monday. And for those members out there listening to this video, I'll catch you a little bit later with a full blast off. Watch list is going to rock your socks off for next week. We're going to make a lot of money, and we'll talk to you then. All right, get back to trading.